Okay, we're live. So if you're watching on YouTube, scrub forward until stuff starts happening. And we'll give people a few minutes to get in here. I don't know about this whole thing today, but we'll see. It'll either work or it won't. Whatever. Nothing like going into a stream totally unprepared. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, hang on. I'm going to run and get something real quick. Because I got a minute I can do this. Okay, I'm on my way back. Okay, I could have done a Christmas stream, but I didn't plan on doing that. What a dope I am. Oh, here's something Christmas. Hey, Bossy Butt. Hi, Linda. Give Tim a hug. Hi, Chris. Hey, Dee Dee. Hi, Denise. Denise ran to the store. You guys must have needed something. Santa butts. Yeah, I have to wrap my dirty Santa gifts sometime today or tomorrow. Hi, Vale. So, yeah. So I don't know how this is going to work today. I really don't, but I got some other stuff I'm going to show first. So, but what I'm going to do is I've had all these palettes that have leftover paint from different projects or whatever, and I try not to clean up the palette until the project's done, right? Well, then they just get piled up. Hi, Dana. Merry Christmas to you. And so I ended up with like 5 or 6 of them. And I thought, okay, Jasper freaks out when I throw paint away. So I thought, okay, I'm going to use it up. But I don't like to use it in the Beast or my other journals because it makes the pages wrinkle and warp and stuff. So I thought, okay, I'll just do it this way. Hi, Joan. Hi, Kat. So yeah, they're weird colors. I mean, it's just all weird colors that are left. Hey, Lena, Merry Christmas, girl. Hi, Roseanne. So yeah, we'll just see how it works. If we don't like it, we'll think of something else. We'll just go get real paint and do what we want. But there's your Santa butt for today. Yeah, and I am going to go over the scavenger hunt list, and we're going to try and pound down a couple of them. And I've got all week to get it finalized, so I'm not really worried. And I have plenty of prompts, so not a big deal. But I do want you guys to have some input on it because you're ultimately the ones who are going to be doing it. I'm going to do it. Hopefully I will complete it. I completed it last year. Exactly, Devin. We could fix that because we're artists, you know. We could give Santa some Christmas balls. I love you. You little nasty girl. That's funny. So let me get out. Okay, so what I'm thinking of, that it's going to be like these stones that I've drawn. Only like these two, I obviously did a color palette. And these are done with alcohol markers. And I like doing them with alcohol markers. But today I'm going to use watercolor. And I just don't know how it's going to go. Hi, Ego Brain. And I'm just going to do neurographic. I'm not going to do squares or anything else. I'm just going to do neurographic, different shapes, but then I'm going to try and make them 3-dimensional, you know, like I do. So we're going to see. I don't know. And now I'm getting warm with my sweater on, so let me take it off before I start sweating onto whatever I'm doing. It's kind of chilly here. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but it's kind of chilly. And we've got 2 more months of it, so I need to just quit whining and deal with it. But I won't. I won't quit whining. That's my New Year's resolution. I will not quit whining. Hey, Debbie Epps. Hi, Joan. So I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. Oh my God, but looks like he's still got his sack. I love you people. Yep. No balls, but he got his sack. So Santa's in. He's all ready for Christmas. All right. I'll put that away and I'll use it tomorrow to wrap a couple gifts. And yeah. Hi, Dana. Hi, Joe Lou. All right. So I'm going to show the other thing when we do the list. All right. So let me just show you. I'm still, even though I've been so busy this week, you guys, Robert and I went to Joplin one day and the vet cat. Hi, CB. So I haven't had much time, more time last week than this week, but I have to say, my house is absolutely sparkling clean. My house looks like Lena's oven. I'm not kidding you. Got some little repairs and stuff done this week. It was a good week. And so I'm all ready for tomorrow. Everybody comes here tomorrow for dinner. So I'm ready for tomorrow. All I got to do left is cook and then cook for tonight, of course. And yeah, so I feel like I'm really in good shape this year. Usually I'm always at the last minute scrambling or something like that. I'm not this year. I put aside all my art stuff. In fact, I cleaned this room and put everything away. So if I got something out, it stuck out like a sore thumb and I had to clean it up right now. The only thing is there's one Amazon package here, trash, but I just opened it this morning, so that's okay. Hi, Alyssa. But I did work on my passport journal. And you guys, I'm loving this so much. If I had one piece of advice, find something that can keep you busy in those in between times when you're not working on a real project or anything, just something to do. This has been so fun for me. And I like using all the stickers and ephemera that I've collected up. So this has been so perfect for me. I can't even describe how much I love it. Hi, Barbara. This was the first page. And I'm going to go back and work on this one more. Second page. Canada. I love the Canada page. I love the Canada page so much. And then this one, I showed this last week. Dee Dee made me do the hand, which is my hand. Dee Dee, I'm just so glad you made me do that. There's just something about it that I liked so much. I like the India page, and I had to learn some Bharat to write India. So I'm going to make myself do as much of that as I can to kind of get out of my comfort zone. Thanks, Dee Dee. And let me straighten my camera real quick because there. You cleaned the house today too, ready for tomorrow, no visitors. Good girl, Chris. Yeah, my house is sparkling. Like right now, you could eat off my kitchen floor. Hi, Belinda. And then this is the page I did in between when I was doing a bunch of other things. I had so much ephemera for France. That it was just crazy, you know, what to pick. I had so much Eiffel Tower stuff. I could have done a whole page for nothing but Eiffel Tower. I'm not kidding. But I like the way the iris turned out, and believe it or not, the rooster is their national bird. So hi, Jen. I hope I haven't missed anybody. But yeah, I just love, you know, like even some of the ephemera. I think in this case, every piece of ephemera does. Oh, no, this one doesn't. This is not France ephemera. But like every piece of ephemera does go with France. But now I'm not going to be that lucky. I just happen to have a lot because everybody loves Eiffel Tower and French stuff. So, but I like going and doing the research and everything. It's just been fun as hell. And then this is my next up, Chris, pay attention. My next page that I'm working on is Mexico. And I've got their national bird. Well, actually, this is not their national bird, but when you put up Mexican bird in there, this is This is what comes up, and it is actually, I don't know if I wrote it down. But their national bird is actually the eagle, but so is the United States. So I thought, well, I'll save the eagle for the United States and then use this bird, which is actually a raven, and it has a name, but I don't think I have it written down. But anyway, this is the exact same pyramid that Denise cut out of her sticker book to use this morning, and it's called El Castillo, and it's in a whole preserve, it looks like, and it's down on the Yucatan Peninsula. So I've learned all this stuff. And the flower, what is their flower? The flower is the dahlia. And I found a beautiful dahlia that I want to draw, and it's going to be big this time because the dahlia I picked out is so perfectly beautiful. And if I can pull that off, I swear to God, I'm going to go kiss myself in the mirror. I really am. Hey, Harmy. It is a fun way to learn about the world, you know? And then I got thinking, I've been to Mexico, oh my gosh, since I was a kid. My parents took us there as a kid, but we've never been down really into the interior of Mexico. I spent all my time in Mexico right here along the U.S.-Mexico border. So I know that my perception of Mexico is not Mexico. But one of the things I was just sitting here thinking the other day, and I wasn't really arting because I was trying to clean and get stuff done. It's a different eagle, only brown, known as royal eagle. You can use a quetzal bird. The axolotl, I know, I saw that too, Chris. That surprised me that the secondary animal was like the axolotl. And there are some cute axolotls, ask Dee Dee. But anyway, when I think back of my memories of Mexico, it's all here along the border, obviously. And the one thing, when you walk across the border into Mexico from the U.S., there's, vendors there trying to sell you all their Mexican products. Why wouldn't they? And they sell street margaritas. Don't drink the street margaritas. Well, you can drink the street margaritas. Just don't ask them if they put any alcohol in it. Because if you ask that question, they'll make sure you get alcohol in it. But one of the things that I think of when I go over to Mexico, and anybody who's gone into these border towns will say the same thing, are the Mexican blankets. They have their very own special. So I was sitting here, and don't those look like Mexican blankets? So I'm going to use the Mexican blankets like, ephemera to fill in space where I need it. But I got thinking, I had a Honda Accord that I drove for, believe it or not, 25 years. And on up behind the back seat, that console up there, I used to have speakers up there. And underneath that, I had a folded Mexican blanket. And I got thinking, what happened to my Mexican blanket? I'll bet I sold that with the car. I bet I just thought that was part of the car. I didn't really sell the car. I gave it to Robert's grandson. But it makes me wonder, is that Mexican blanket still sitting up in that window? Yeah, see, but I only ever had one of them, and now it's gone. So I'm going to put Mexican blankets in here. So that's where I've got with the passport journal, and I'm eager to work on it. And I'm going to have a tough time because I want to work on this, and the scavenger hunt is coming, and I want to work on that. So, so hard being me. So much art, so little time. But I can't say after Christmas it'll get better, because it won't, because January 1st, my granddaughter's coming for 10 days. And then my son and his girlfriend's coming for, I don't even know how long. So January is pretty much already, they're called serapes. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. So January looks cray-cray. Yeah. The blankets. You keep yours in the car too for emergencies? Yeah, see, I just always had it back there, and it was always colorful and pretty, and I'd take it out and wash it periodically, but I think I gave it to Robert's grandson. Hi, Marguerite. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. But before we get into that, I want to go over one more time quickly with you guys, because this will be my last chance. Well, no, I haven't looked at the map. I don't know. But is hammer down some of these prompts that we want for the scavenger hunt. And I haven't pulled the old list yet, but I'm going to read off what we've got. And if you guys think of anything at all, yeah, holler so I know that it's something you really want or you want added. Okay. Denise said, did I hear scabby? Denise calls the scavenger hunt scabby. So from now on, it may be known as scabby. Hi, Dorothy. Hey, Flo. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Anyway, I'll read what you guys have hollered out before. And I reserve the right to eliminate or include anything that I want. Okay, just saying. The final list will be what I decide. But I will go ahead and tell you right now that I've pretty much decided that the theme is going to be circus. Now, because there are no rules with the scabby, you can either include circus stuff, but you don't have to. But I am the boss of my scabby, bossy butt. But in anticipation, I made the decision about circus last week, and I had an Amazon order coming for some other stuff. So I jumped on and I bought myself a book of circus ephemera. Now, this might be cheating, but I'm not eligible for the prize. So if I want to cheat, I'll give myself a prize in addition to yours. But yeah, I went ahead and ordered the circus ephemera, and it's a pour toast and cake curry book, and they have so many. One thing about the pour toast books, and Dee Dee and I have talked, no cheating at all. Dee Dee and I have talked about is I love the pour toast and cake curry books. I really do. And I love looking at them when Dee Dee shows them and everything. And I always want to buy them. And then I think, what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with them? Well, in this case, I'm going to use this. And, but one thing about it, as I flip through this, you guys can see it's got some very cool images in it, but it is very cutesy. So if you're not a cutesy person, think twice. But even if you didn't want this, for example, of course, this you could just make and paint. So if you guys want, I'll go slowly and you can do some screenshots or something, because to create this kind of background for your book would be so easy. But yeah, the images are very cute. And I know some people don't like clowns, but there's other things I don't like. So there you go. Circus, cool. I hope I can join. Well, even if you can just do it in your spare time here and there, Chris, you know, like a very small percentage of the people who participate actually finish and become eligible for the prize. Literally, like 15 to 20 people let me know that they're eligible to be put in the giveaway. So even if you just can do part of it, you know, why not? Hopefully there's something that will inspire you in the list or whatever. But look at that little tiger on the thing. Oh. But yeah, you can tell a lot of the images are very cutesy. I like the cotton candy. But here's another background. There's another background. So take screenshots. I have a hoard of circus items. Way to go, Rose. And there's another background. So a lot of these, either with rubber stamps or just literally a ruler. This one, all you need is a ruler and the ability to color, and you've got a cool background. Lots of big tops in here. Lots of clowns. There's another background. I like the tightrope walkers. So it's going to be a little bit more cutesy than I kind of probably would like, but that's okay. I'm going to use it. This one would take a compass and But that's it. If you have a compass, you could create this piece of art. And maybe I'll make myself do some of that on screen so you could see, you know, how you could create that with just a compass. Simple stuff. Ruler. Easy stuff. And if you don't want it perfect, don't use a ruler, Dee Dee. Pink elephant. Ooh, we should have a pink elephant sale. Maybe pink elephant should be one of the prompts. I won't do that to you guys. I will not. I will not cheat. I love the monkey on the bike. And it seems to me as though they've used that one before, and Dee Dee sent me that. There's another background that you could do with rubber stamps. These are a little bit more serious. I will be cutting this out. In fact, I'm going to write myself a note right now. And Linda Rents, that train image right there will be on its way to Tim. I never see an image of a train that I don't think of Tim Rents. And so I will be cutting this out. This is when the circus comes to town. And when I saw that, I thought that, oh, you could do a when the circus comes to town page. Hi, Joyce. But then I thought that would be selfish of you to keep that knowing that Tim loves him so much. So that will be going to Tim Rents. But pay attention to the colors and the layout and stuff like that. There's none of these backgrounds that you guys couldn't create your very own self. So, and Linda, I'll pick out some other stuff as well for him. So, but he will be getting the train undoubtedly. And maybe one with a tiger or something. So get your juices, your creativity juices flowing. There's another train. Tim might get 2 trains, or I might be selfish with one of them. The thing I hate about these books, and I'm going to be real honest, I love the images. I think it's amazing that they find them and put them together and then sell them to us for an unreasonably, ridiculously low price, in my opinion. But the thing I hate about them is fussy cutting. This one would be a little bit harder, but you could do it. So, popcorn. Hi, Starla. Some of the images are pretty creepy, and some are okay. They're cool enough to use. I love this one. So, all right. So you've gotten your first big hint. The theme will be circus. Another pink elephant. Look at those little shoes. I don't know how they ended. Well, I guess because they're clown shoes. But I was thinking, why did they put those in a circus book? There's another train. Fresh, hot, buttery popcorn. Oh, you got glue on your sofa. Joyce, have you goggled up how to remove it? If it's Elmer's or what's the one we all use in the gold bottle? Tacky paint. Those are water soluble. Circus bingo. Oh, Starla, we're writing that down. Circus bingo. Okay, balloons. There's the whole big top right there. Yeah, but if it is, depending on the glue, Joyce, it might be water soluble, and all you'll have to do is probably soak your sofa. And your sofa's too big to go in the bathtub, but you could put maybe part of it in the hot tub. All right, so there's my cheater move. But y'all are welcome to go on Amazon and buy that bad boy if you want. So let me just read down this list real quick. Create a cootie catcher, Zentangle a handprint, and you guys speak up. Tell me ones you like. Tell me ones you don't like. Hey, I'll take a quack. Merry Christmas to you. Is that Jamie? I think that's Jamie. Hey Terry, I was wondering what happened to you. I just showed off a circus book that I bought because we are doing circus themed scavenger hunt. And I know you don't have any problem ordering these books. So this is Poor Toast and Cake Curry. And if you want to see it flipped, I just flipped through it and you can go back and look at it. Anyway, all right, but really, I want you guys to tell me what you either like or don't like. Autographs, something that smells good, trash, something that tastes good. And I don't mean like put a candy bar in your book, but you could put a candy bar wrapper in there. Stripes will be good for circus. Cold things, something that starts with your initials. We had JMY in here, but I changed that to your initials. A gratitude page, which will definitely be in there. Use 2 colors you hate the most. And I am going with some color themes as well. Oh, right, enabling me already. You know, that's what I'm about, Terry. Anything to keep you happy. Something you received in the mail, a stick figure, something postal, a stencil, a wild card, put a bud on it. That one will probably stay. Prehistoric, I'm going to put a question mark next to that one. Use stickers, which will definitely be in there. So, did he tell Denise, I'm giving some huge hints here. Use washi tape, draw a flower, snark, of course, that will be on there. Crack art, that one I'm not sure. I love crack art, but that doesn't necessarily mean you guys love crack art. So, yeah. Art in the dark, that is another one I don't understand. Kaleidoscope, a gingerbread house. Postage we've already got, so we can take that off. A limerick, jagged edges, candy wrappers, put a bird on it. That one will probably be on there. Art Nouveau, vintage art, cityscape, a song, a celebrity, a TV series, Pictionary. I wrote a word next to it, but I can't read it. Huh. That one will probably not be on it. A post-it note, a spiral drawing. I don't know about that one. Birthday. I don't know about birthday since we're going with circus. Things in a glass, which I like that idea, you know, that you put like a circus in a terrarium or aquarium or a message in a bottle or whatever. Butterflies, fib art, a decorated envelope, a balloon animal, greeting cards, something folded, which I'm going to take that one off because if I leave a cootie catcher, that's, I'll add collage, Terry. Smaller than a credit card, bigger than a quarter. Now, some of these I know are Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society, and she sent me a bunch of crazy ones. What's that? Oh, penguins, mermaids, and dragons. That I'm not sure about. Bingo card I just added this morning. I just added collage. So you guys be screaming out a riddle or a joke. Did we have quote on there? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was up in the themes because the themes that I was considering was quotes. I'm still going to do some colors, put a bird on it, which is going to be just a prompt. And I went with circus. Mail, yearbook, and garden were kind of the themes that we were talking about. Create your own plaid. We've done that before. But I liked it. Made for a really colorful page. All right. Very next, before I start reading all of Vale's, I think Hello, I'll take a quack. Okay, something made of wood. I'll take a quack. Are you Jamie? Would you answer me, please? Made of wood. Okay, keep the ideas coming. Okay, she's typed in years, YRS, but I think she means yes. Draw a circus. Joyce, I'm not going to put a specific, I mean, like draw a circus animal. If people don't buy the book, I'm kind of hoping that they would go ahead and draw whatever they need. Yeah, it's absolutely fine, Alyssa. If you don't want to do the whole circus thing, that's why I'm not putting specific things about circus. Like you have to take these ideas and turn them into a circus theme if you want. We've done origami too before. Devin, I'll write it down. But I think I'll take a quack. Yeah, I was going to say, that's my niece. She'll be here tomorrow evening. So, okay. And then Vale also sent me a whole bunch. So 100% put a bird on it. I'm going to do that one. Zentangle your hand. And then after I did that Hannah hand print that Dee Dee made me do, I'm definitely wanting to do that. Windblown, crown something. If numbers were your colors, what would they be? Moon, sun, stars, lost in space, grateful. I'm going to do gratitude. A humorous wanted poster, which I think I'm definitely going to do the wanted poster because that could be cute as hell with a circus theme. Okay. An ad for non-existent product. Okay. I won't let Arlene know about that because hers would be dirty. Hers would be probably something nasty. Let's see. Draw or paint a t-shirt, a frame, your comforts, jars, which I like the idea of something you can see through, so I'll include that. Use a button. I do like using a button. A page of hats. Comics. Okay, you guys, circus tickets. Well, okay, I'm not going to do, why don't we just say ephemera? And then it's going to be up to the people playing whether or not part of their ephemera might be a circus ticket or a popcorn box or something like that. How about that? We just generalize it into ephemera. Something from nature. We've included that before, and that's always good. And remember, you've got until April 1st to get this done. So what'd Vale say? My brain. Oh, my goodness. Black and white. Okay, Quack, I'm going to write down because I think 5 of the prompts are going to be color combinations. And we'll do those in just a minute. Let me see. A quirky fantasy world. If I were an animal, a secret pocket. I will include a pocket for sure. And I also was thinking this morning, Dee Dee's project this morning made me think of, I want to create a tag. Into the words, snarky animal quotes, an image transfer, rain, Zendangles, Valentine heart, mark making, window envelope, crooked house, paper doll family, tape, paint, and sandpaper, a piece of furniture. If you did a piece of furniture, you guys could buy Devin's art foamy chairs. Hey, View. 4 seasons. Use your fave and least fave color. Okay, I'm going to assign the colors. So collage a cityscape invaded by monsters, black and white and red words. Animal and spring fashions, create a fascinator hat, patchwork, collage a cityscape. I think we're going to generalize a lot of these, Vale, into just a collage. You get to make your own collage. I don't care what it is. Paint and doodle, which that will be on every page, so it's not going to be a prompt. Recreate a dream or a nightmare you had. Watercolor wings, full moon and silhouette, paint a face, woven paper, view through a keyhole. I kind of like that one, a view through a keyhole. I think that could be really interesting. Decorate an art-shaped card, Dr. Seuss or a Peanuts character. Vale, your brain was working overtime. You like the fascinator hat? So I mean, some of them I'm telling you, this will be on there, but others I'm going, still haven't decided. You like the dream? You could do a dream of being in the circus. All right, and then she sent me a subsequent list. Decorate a paper clip, which we've done in the past, a rag flag, a quote, a gnome, make a tassel for your book. I will, you had insomnia. I will include some sort of dangle or something for your book, so that will definitely be one. A tea party, some fib art, which I like to include that because I want you guys to connect with each other. So fib art will be on the list because I like that prompt so that you guys have to connect and swap art or whatever. Cotton candy, see, that's something you can come up with. But hi, Cindy. As part of your circus theme, she had circus on here. Graffiti, repurpose your old art. Use a paper bag or packing paper. I like that one. Paint a person animal cut from a magazine. Well, that's part of the whole circus theme. Product packaging, stickers, cut out circles to expose the next page. That will definitely be one of them. I love cotton candy too. Washi tape, a group of people, a tuck spot, a fold out, create a hybrid using two animals. I like that idea too. I'm going to write hybrid animal down here. And that will be fun for me because Dee Dee sent me those creature stickers. So I could do a whole book of hybrid animals, you know? Let's see. A fold out, create a hybrid, create a biomechanical. I can't even say that, Vale, so I'm not including that. A biomechanical being. You'd have to get in touch with Elon Musk. Windows with drapes and windows without drapes. Well, I could do like, let's see. Look at all these pages. We're going on to 70 over here. View out a window, and then you can either put drapes on it or not put drapes on it. And that one would be okay because with some of the color combinations too. Okay. A group of people, tuck spot, fold out, create a hybrid using two animals, biomechanical being, abstract watercolor, acrylic paint, marker. I think probably what I'll do with that is I will assign, say, hey, Jo Lou, hi, Cindy. I probably will assign products, like just use watercolor. But I'm typically not in favor of doing that because I want you to use what you have. I don't want you to have to buy something to do on this. Yeah, I'd rather keep it more generic because a lot of people are doing it. Okay, I'm going to use Denise as an example. Denise loves doing this, but look at what Denise's favorite things are. Denise doesn't have, well, she has Dee Dee's entire studio at her disposal, but if I assign this to Denise and said use watercolor, she'd go, well, I can't do that. I don't have watercolor, but I do have stickers of watercolor. So you know what I'm saying is I could put watercolor in there, but that doesn't mean you have to use watercolor. That would mean you could do a sticker of a watercolor palette if you want. How about that? So I try and be a little generic just so that, people who don't want to buy stuff for it can still participate, whether they're using magazine images or product that they own. Mushrooms, nature, get creative with your given name. Well, we already got one kind of like that, using your own initials. A sugar skull, make and decorate, a cootie catcher. We already had that one. Today is National Blank Day. I do kind of like that one. Jelly plate or paper background. That one we will not be doing because not everybody has a jelly plate. Decorate the edge of a page, which I like that one too. Add some sparkle. That will be out of some people's comfort zone, namely me. Okay, so you can always message me on Instagram if you have more. Vale got my email because her list got extensive, but thank you, Vale. I can't thank you enough. Create your own shield, trademark. I'm going to put trademark. No, you know what? Not trademark. Let's just do logo. Hi, Angela. Angela Adele, a voice actor. Good on you, girl. Yeah, and some people are not sparkly. Spangle, bunting. Yeah, see, hopefully you can take these prompts and create whatever you want. All right. Well, I appreciate it, Vale. I mean, honestly, it's nice to get a list to start working with. So real quickly, give me some, and I don't know how many. I'm thinking about 5. 5 color combinations that will be prompts. So somebody has already said black and white. Another one I liked was blue and pink. Give me some color combinations that we can work with. Sparkle can be accomplished in many different ways. Sometimes just me walking into a room is in more sparkle than most people can handle. I had some plywood that was from a circus elephant. It had elephant poop on it? Marguerite, is that supposed to create jealousy? Okay, Devin said red and turquoise. Okay, that's cool. Blue and brown. I love blue and brown. I'm going to have a lot of that today, CB. When I pulled out those palettes, I was like, I must use a lot of brown and blue. No, Joanne. No, Joanne, you sent me a lot of sparkle already. Do you remember? You sent me a ton of sparkle in my watercolors. Glitter is like herpes of the crap. Yes, that is absolutely true, Jamie. Red and green is too Christmas, Dorothy. Complementary colors or any triad? Let's just do complementary colors. And that, a lot of us, or a lot of our fibs, I'm not sure. I like pink and orange, Joanne. Maybe aren't that color wheel savvy. So I would have to explain what complementary colors are. Most of you will think, well, why are you telling me that? I'm not stupid. But believe it, a lot of people don't. Purple and yellow. Okay, that would be a complementary color, CB. Yeah, but haven't seen you use it yet. I know, Joanne, it's been Christmas. I've had stuff I had to do. Specimen jar. One of the prompts is going to be something inside glass, Marguerite. So that will be in one way or another. I like pink and orange too. I'll take a crack. That's not APG, Jamie. That's Jamie Martin, my niece. Pink and gray. That's a good, well, we're using pink like 3 different times. Hairy lady, strong man. Yellow and gray. That could be an interesting combination. Okay. You know, one thing that surprised me is nobody has said purple. Y'all love purple. Yeah, niece Jamie. Fluorescent green and yellow. Okay, I'm just going to put green and yellow because fluorescent is getting into a realm where somebody may not have it. Oh, you said purple? I ignored you, Jamie. I can't believe that. But a lot of these ladies, if you ask them their favorite color, they would say purple. Purple. All right, so we've got a bunch of different color combinations. So purple and red, that's a good combination. I like purple and blue and green. But, all right. So I don't know when New Year's Eve is coming here pretty quick, about a week. I will have the list completed. Purple and black. Ugh. That reminds me of Halloween. All right. All right. We're all caught up. So yeah, I will have the entire list ready, and I probably will give the link to the Google Doc during my stream that night. Purple and teal. I like that one too, Alyssa. I'll write it down. I have too much projects in this book. This is kind of where I keep all my notes of what I'm working on. So yeah, I'll have the link to the Google Doc during my stream that night. And then just trying to be awkward. If you don't make it to the streamathon, the link will be attached to the video of that night's stream, and I will also put it in my community page. So, you know, you don't have to track me down or anything. Just go to my YouTube channel in the community page, and there'll be a link to the Google Doc. Yeah, Joanne, the theme will be circus, and then there'll be 50 prompts, and probably 5 of those 50 will be color combinations. So, but then the rest of them will be the stuff that I was reading off, and I'll decide which ones go and which ones don't. And I have plenty, but I definitely did tell you some that I will do today. Fib art will be one. Gratitude will be one. Put a bird on it will be one. So I've kind of given you little hints ahead. So if you want to work on something until then, another one that I know will be is things in glass, like a terrarium, aquarium, message in a bottle, whatever. So you've got some. I also like the idea of the wanted poster. So I'm thinking wanted poster will definitely be on there. In the past, I've done a ransom note, but the wanted poster could be just as good. So, and if you think of stuff, track me down on Instagram. Thank you, Flo. Hit that thumbs up. So, yeah, I don't know. During duties this morning, I went ahead and got some watercolor paper out, and I'm going to put a quote in the middle of this piece of art that looks like stones. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tape this down so I have some border on it. And I don't have to deal with the warpage. Should I get circus stuff? Joanne, you know, if you're going to play, you might start making a list of either stuff that you have that you could use to accommodate the circus theme. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't want to do circus at all, you don't have to, because there are no rules. Like there won't be one of the prompts that says something from the circus. But if you wanted to use 2 of the color combinations to create something that is circus-like that would satisfy the theme. I just try and do a theme so that your book kind of, when you're done with it, feels a little bit cohesive, if you get what I mean. I mean, in the past, some of our themes were children's books. I don't know. What are some of the other ones, you guys, if you can remember? Nope, there'll be 100 prompts. And you have to finish 90 to qualify for the giveaway on April 1st. And I try and make the giveaway a nice gift that you'll be happy to get it. And I think in the past, the people who have won, believe it or not, Raw won one year. But I think the gift was something that you're happy to have it. I would be happy to have it. And I'm not going to change it because that would be weird at this point. First time you've ever done it? Okay, sorry, my camera's freaking out. Focus, you freak. Come on, hurry. Focus. I guess you don't need to see me taping stuff down. You can say hi to Bob if you want. Hey, Bob. It is fun, and there are no rules. I mean, the whole scavenger hunt was really to do something as a community. Nobody grades it. Nobody looks at it. I do encourage you to post pages on Instagram and use a hashtag scavenger hunt 2025. I get, oh, that one's too, oh, well, we don't, what do we care? This could be the biggest disaster on the planet. But yeah, that you post your stuff on Instagram and interact with the fibs, because that's kind of the goal, is that you participate, you have fun doing it, you know, yeah, gives you your ideas. You're not participating, you just love the chat. You should have Pixie do it. Jamie. Pixie's old enough that she could do some pages in a little book. Jamie is young enough and has small children, so she probably doesn't have time to do stuff. But Pixie likes to do art stuff, doesn't she, Jamie? I'm just reading chat real quick. You're working on, oh my God, Bossy, but those Lucy cards and that Lucy outfit is so adorable. And you need to start working on a Valentine's costume right now. And then you might consider, in fact, get a piece of paper out. I think Lucy needs a bikini. She needs beach wear. She could actually have a clown hat with a nose and a hat on. Like, you need to get busy with Lucy. You know what, Rose? One of our other fibs, I can't remember which one. Oh, her name's right at the end of my tongue. She had grandkids, and she let them help her with one of her swap things, and it was awesome. Hi, Linda. I am excited. I would think it would be fun, you know, where everybody gets a prompt, and for, you know, whatever craft time or whatever you're doing, that y'all work together on either one page or everybody creates their own page. Because the thing is, nobody grades it. Nobody has to see it. It's just fun. Hopefully it will inspire you. But I really do like the idea of you guys interacting and seeing each other's artwork and trading artwork and stuff like that. That's why Dee Dee and I do swaps and stuff like that, you know, because it's an opportunity for you guys to see what each other does. I mean, when I get the swap postcards, I'm always shocked because I don't know what kind of art a lot of you do. Hi, Maritza. So I get the postcards and it's just like, holy cow, these are some incredibly talented women. And there was one, oh, I can't remember her name either, but I actually kept her envelopes. Her lettering was so beautiful. It was just like, I didn't even know that she did lettering. So you better hurry up and finish your planner. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can show her tomorrow. All right. So the way you do neurographic art and the whole idea behind neurographic art, and I'm not much on meditation and all that. Doing art does relax me. It's something I enjoy. I never feel pressure about it until Dee Dee gets involved and says, you need a handprint on there. But the whole idea behind neurographic art is that you just do it. It's abstract. And you can relax and just create something. So this time, different from times before where I've kind of done a pattern, I'm going to just do like a string, and I end up with whatever shapes I end up with. And I don't worry about it, and I don't care. And I don't want real small shapes. And some of these I may, okay, like this one, I'm going to go ahead and break it up. Break this one up. Break this one up. Yeah. So I may cheat that way. You got to wrap presents. I've only got 2 more. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. And then I'm going to erase here where the quote is going to go. And I've already picked out a quote. I know what it's going to say. And I like it. I think it's a good one. So the stones are going to go right up to this frame. And I reserve the right to break up any of the spaces. In fact, this one up here, I'm definitely going to break up. All right. This is, Dee Dee turned me on to these IdennaPens, and they're permanent markers. They're exactly like a Sharpie, but the cool thing about these, and why does it feel so dark in here today, you guys? Maybe my lights are further away or something. I don't know. That's a little better. But anyway, it's a permanent pen. It's pretty much exactly like a Sharpie, except that you get your little narrow end on one and a bolder end on the other. So I enjoy neurographic art too. It's absolutely pressure-free. So and the reason I do it in pencil first is so that I can make corrections and change. But I try and pretty much stick to what my brain drew. And I've done some of these. I should have pulled them out to show you. I don't even know where they're at, frankly, but where I've done designs in them. I did a lot of them in those reverse coloring books. That's probably where they're all at. I'm excited for the New Year's Eve Streamathon. See what you guys do. And I'm going to actually try and attend as many as I possibly can. I haven't looked at the list that Raul put out, but Raul, let's see, it's his YouTube channel is Raul Reynolds Art, I believe. And in his community section, he has the list of people who are going to stream and their times. So if you want to participate in the Streamathon, it's been fun in all the years that we've done it. But I think there are people who are streaming that I've never seen before. So that's going to be cool. You'll be introduced to some new artists. But yeah, I'll try and attend as many as I can. I'm on at midnight Central Time, which has been my time forever. Debbie Epps, are you streaming for the streamathon? I don't know what days of the week they are. I don't think Dee Dee is signed up, but if it's on one of her regular days, I know she'll go ahead and stream. But if it's on another day, I think she said she just didn't have time, wasn't going to be able to do it. Okay, so those are the spaces that I'm going to end up filling in. Okay, Chris is going to be on it 9 a.m. on Eastern Time on the 31st. Okay, thank you, CB. Yeah, it's on his community page. It is Tuesday. Okay, so Dee Dee won't be streaming because Monday, Wednesday is her normal time, right? And it's not my normal time, but I told Raul I'll stay up and do my regular time because it's when we launch the scavenger hunt. And what I normally do on my stream is create my journal. I mean, I just start from scratch and we make our own journal. So that's what I'll be doing. And chances are I'll be using papers out of my circus book into Wednesday. Not sure what time it ends. But you'll still be on at your regular time, right, Dee Dee? Okay. Bossy Butt, which is her channel, is her name on the screen, Devin Rex for Art. 3 p.m. on the 1st. That's awesome. I will be drinking on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I will be drinking. But you guys, I'm such a lightweight, you know. Probably what I'll be drinking, CB, is some I have bought wine for tomorrow night, so it'll probably be leftover wine from tomorrow night. Yeah, so Dee Dee will be on at her regular time. Okay, so Neurographic Art, what you do is smooth out the intersections. So you end up with curves at the intersections. And I'm sure that means something. You can look it up. There are tons of information about neurographic art on the internet. So if you're interested in it, I like the way it looks. And I enjoy just doing it. And then it was when I thought about connecting or combining the stone art with the neurographic that I came up with this idea. And that's why I'm saying it could either work out really cool or it could be the biggest disaster on the planet. And we don't care either way, right? If you don't go into something with a preconceived idea, you're never disappointed with the results. But if you even like a vacation, oh, this is going to be the best ever. Cheese. And then the bar staff is on strike, like you're all of a sudden best vacation ever turns into a pile of crap. So just don't go into it with expectations. Best thing you can do with your art too. I think we all naturally want something we spend our time and product and effort on to turn out good, but we all have things we screw up. Embrace your screw up. And if you can, go support the artists on the Streamathon. I'm sure Miriam will be part of it. I think she puts it together with Raul. And probably a lot of our regular old people, you know. Janet plus drinking equals extreme snark alert, I'm sure. We'll see, Devin. I don't know. Some of these spaces are pretty big. I may have to break them up because see how these spaces are a little bit smaller. That's part of the appeal, but we're going to find out. If we screw it up, we may redo it again in the future with some upgrades, you know? How do you know if you don't try? But I am loving my passport journal. So Terry, thank you again for those crazy stickers that got me thinking about it, because I swear I'm having so much fun with that, just doing all the reading, and yeah, it's very cool. And it's making me draw, you know? I mean, I could print everything out on my printer because I did finally buy some ink for it. You know who we haven't heard from? I just looked up and saw Angela, and it made me think of, remember Ange? Used to stream. I haven't seen her around in forever. I hope she's okay. She used to occasionally call me, tell me what was going on. I haven't heard from her in forever. They are giving me a ton of fun, Terry. Yeah, okay, neither has CB. Hang on, I'm changing my position. All right, now I'm better. I have to erase some of these pencil lines. I'm really not sure how the watercolor is going to work. Oh, and Devin, I still haven't finished my, let me grab it real quick. I painted along with Devin the other day. She did like a Christmas drink stream, but I love the one that you did on the jelly plate. That came out so cool. But, and look at, here's another dirty palette, because I painted along with Devin, but I want to put the little thing that you had sitting out here and do some little bit of corrections. But yeah, so I have some stuff I need to finish, but it's still sitting over there waiting for me to finish painting along with you, Devin. I love to do paint alongs. And the thing was, I waited until she was fairly far into it before I committed to doing it. So man, I was scrambling to try and get caught up. I had to keep going back and looking at the original. But it's fun. If you've never painted along with somebody, try it sometime. It forces you to, Devin is a sweetheart. Thanks, Devin. It forces you just to do. You can't think about what you're doing, you just do. And I think that's really good for your skills. You probably, you may or may not like what you end up creating, but the thing is, it just makes you make a decision quickly, like picking the colors even. I didn't have time to really study the colors, so I just had to go with what I thought they were. I think they were fairly accurate. Devin's came out awesome, but the coolest thing was, after she did that one and was letting it sit and dry, she did another one, watercolor on the jelly plate, which was really cool. Used matte medium, right? Devin, if I'm saying something that's bullshit, just say so. But use matte medium to kind of put the colors, have the colors stay where she wanted them. And the second one came out really, really good. And it looked like a technique. I thought, oh, that would be fun to try. But I'm not really, I do have jelly plates. I have the speedball one that I thought may be perfect for that. So I might end up having to try that. And the nice thing too was she put her piece of art underneath the jelly plate so that you weren't actually drawing it. Like that one I had to draw. This drawing reminds you of a circus, or I just remind you of the clowns at the circus. So yeah, if you've not seen that technique, go over and watch Devin Rex for Art. She does a lot of jelly printing. I have jelly plates. I don't use them primarily because after I create all the papers, I don't know what the heck to do with them. Because I primarily like drawing and watercolor. And I guess my tastes have changed. I used to do a lot more mixed media than I do now. But then I got sucked into that damn watercolor. It is a good cheap method. It's a great cheap method, Devin. I thought it was brilliant. I was like, damn. And it came out so awesome. Both of your projects, though, came out really good. Oh, now these are small areas. That's okay. I might have to break up some of the big ones. And I hope you guys are ready for Christmas and that you're surrounded by family and people you love. And if you aren't, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people online. Dee Dee will be on Christmas morning, which I'm glad because it'll just be Robert and I here. Not saying that Robert and I are just fine being here alone, but I'll be over at Dee Dee's moderating Wednesday morning while most of the world are putting bikes together and listening to screaming kids. Okay. All right. You can draw on jelly prints. Yeah, I know. Oh, I could send them to you, Terry. What the hell is wrong with me? I could have thought of that. Yeah, I know I could draw on the jelly prints, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just so old school, just if I see something I want to draw, I'm going to get out a clean piece of paper and then I'm going to struggle with what do I want to draw? Where do I start? Yeah, I don't know. Not ready for Christmas, but you have family, thank God. You and Dee Dee will have to be my Christmas buddies. You'll be home alone on Well, Kristen, you know where to hang out. Dee Dee and I will be over at Dee Dee's house. And, of course, Dee Dee won't be drinking, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll find something fun to do. Dee Dee always comes up with something fun to do, so I never, ever worry about that. Now I've got to figure out all right, I'm going to not use a ruler, you guys. I know this is really crazy, but I'm going to curve these corners and I'll connect this because there will be a little stone border around the quote. And I'll darken up these lines. I may end up getting out my 55-gallon drum of ink. So yeah, please, anybody who will be alone on Christmas, come over to Dee Dee's. In the afternoon, I'll be going over to my brother's house. They'll be cooking Christmas dinner for us. But Christmas morning, we'll be hanging at Dee Dee's. And I appreciate Dee Dee doing that, because there are a lot of people who are alone on Christmas. Either, they don't travel or whatever, maybe don't have family. I mean, I think you'd probably be surprised how many people don't have family. Drawing these straight lines without a ruler makes me a little nervous, you know. This watercolor paper is sucking the ink right out of this bad boy. Oh, that was the old one. No wonder. Oh, man. Now the width of the line is different, so I'm stuck. Okay. Never mind. I'll whine about that later. And then one bummer thing that happened. Well, it wasn't a bummer thing that happened, but it's kind of a bummer for me and Dee Dee. Survivor finale was this week. And I'm always a little sad when Survivor is over for another season because you have to wait so damn long. You appreciate the streamers on the holidays? Yeah, see, I think a lot of us are pretty sensitive to that, you know, that not everybody either can travel or does travel on the holidays or for whatever reason. So it's fun to have a place to go. And don't forget, even if you're alone, there are tons and tons of videos that you can go catch up on. If I was alone on the holiday, I would probably, just like the scavenger hunt, I would probably pick a theme, and I would probably do like true crime weekend, where I do nothing but sit and binge watch true crime and eat absolute junk food and not even feel guilty. And in all honesty, it would be one of the perfect days of my life. Because left to my own devices, I would be perfectly happy doing that. Good, Roseanne. I hope you join us. What's Dorothy? What's going on, Dorothy? I'll go back and check. Our Christmas will be rather subdued because my brother-in-law is dying, and now my brother has been told his stomach cancer is back. You know, prayers up for your brother and your brother-in-law, Dorothy. You're definitely not the only one who gets bad news around Christmas. So I think it's important that you remember to truly value the people in your life. And I'm sure it will be subdued, but maybe there's some peace in knowing that this will be your last Christmas, or this is the last time I'll get to see this family member. How would you approach that differently? And I don't mean to turn this into some big ass bummer stream, but I think we forget that, you know, we're not guaranteed anything. So be grateful for what you have. Love the people you have. Hug them, kiss them, whatever, when you have the opportunity. Death is not easy. I spent Christmas of 1999. Remember Y2K? The whole world was going to just fall apart on Y2K. The world was never going to be the same. Everything was going to shut down. Nuclear power plants were going to blow. Everything was just going to go to hell in a handbasket because of Y2K, if you remember that. Well, my husband, Jim, was in the hospital. He had had surgery on December 3rd and had not regained consciousness. And I don't mean to bum anybody out, and you don't have to write in chat, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Believe me, it was what it was, you know, and I've done well with it. But if you ever spend a Christmas in a hospital, believe me, you never look at Christmas the same again. Year 2000, we had to prep. Yeah, I mean, the whole world was going to go to hell in a handbasket. But anyway, I ended up removing him from life support, and he died in January of 2000. And the whole world did not go to hell in a handbasket. And my brother came and stayed with me over Christmas and into the new year. And I tell you that to tell you that when you go through something like that, you never look at Christmas the same again. Thank you, Alyssa, but I'm not looking for that. I want you guys to take into heart that the fact that you have a family or somebody you can hug or somebody you can pray for or something out there that gives your life meaning, do that. Don't bemoan what you don't have. Appreciate what you do have. It just makes life so much better. So I'm glad that we can all hang out together on Christmas for those who don't have a place. But even if just staying at home by yourself, doing something you truly want to do, embrace that. Don't be dismayed at what you don't have or what other people do have. We're all at a different place. We're all here for different reasons. And I believe we are here for a reason. And we're all presented with different obstacles or challenges to get through that turn us into who we are. And that's why I don't look for sympathy for the different things that have happened in life. I could tell you stories that would absolutely curl your toenails. But use that as an igniter to say, you know what, I'm gonna be a better person because of this. See, Dorothy, there's always another side to the story, isn't there? That your brother-in-law is ready to go be with your sister, and that's good. You know, I believe in that, and I always go through life believing that we all have angels waiting for us on the other side, and maybe patting us on the back here and there when we need it while we're here. So, and if it's all BS, I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and believe it anyway. Because I couldn't live if I didn't think that my mom was going to be there waiting for me. So, yeah, you know, when you find yourself in a situation where you don't know, or you're feeling sorry for yourself, and believe me, I feel sorry for myself plenty. That's when I go eat shit I shouldn't eat. Turn it around. Teach yourself how to turn it around. And watch that true crime show and eat junk food. And just think, am I not the luckiest person alive that I have the television, I have the junk food, I have the remote control, I have the blanket, I didn't have to put on clothes today. You know, like anything that you could perceive as bad, you can turn around and make it good. So, yeah, and I know sometimes the holidays are really, really horrible because this may be the first holiday you're without your loved one. Never, ever, this is how I got through everything I've gotten through, is if I was letting myself get down or whatever, I always put myself in the deceased person's shoes. Would this make Jim proud if I'm sitting around crying on Christmas or crying on his birthday or crying on Valentine's Day or whatever? No, what he would say is, what would you want to do today if I was there? I want to go to a movie. Get your ass up and go to a movie. You know, like, don't ever disappoint the people who loved you. They don't want you sad. They want you to live the best life you can live. Your job is to make it happen. So that's how I go through life, is living the best life I can live and making the people who I love proud of me. That I'm not going around being, oh, poor me, poor me. I could be poor me all the time. I don't have a Ferrari. That's one reason I'm poor me. Nobody ever bought my dumb ass a Ferrari. All right. So anyway, these are, I'll quit lecturing now and we'll get down to some serious painting. Dee Dee, look, these are the leftover paints from different projects I've worked on recently. And look at how many I have. And if Jasper was around, she'd be so proud of me that I'm going to use up these paints. So there will be no color theme here. Like, it's going to be divergent color day. Like, but when I was looking, I was like going, dang, girl, excuse me, you use a lot of brown and blue and a lot of green on this. I know. Stevie's going, eek. So these are the colors I have to use. And I thought what I would do is grab a palette and paint with those colors, and then move on to the next palette and paint with those colors, you know, just, yeah. Just use the colors that you got. Let's start with this little green one. Ugh. And remember, my ultimate goal is to do something as nice as that. That's why I'm saying this could either work out really, really good, or this could be the biggest freaking disaster ever. All right. Oh, now I may have to alter the design, because some of these, obviously, there's more paint of some colors than there's going to be of others, right? So, yeah. So I'll try and make the size of the spaces somewhat reasonable. But let's go ahead and just dig right in here. And I thought I would just be painting all over at the same time. Okay. No, I'm going to do them as smooth as I can. I was just thinking, do I want to wet it first and do wet on wet and then drop water in? But no, I think for this, I'm going to try and keep them as solid as I can, because I'm going to be adding the shadows and the highlights later. And I'm not going to leave places for the highlights. I will add that back with the amazing white pens that Dee Dee sent me. And believe me, any paint that I don't use today will be going down the drain. So Jasper, put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to hear that. Watercolor time. Use what you got. That's exactly true, Devin. Metaphor for life. Use what you got. And be thankful for it. It's not just use it. Be thankful that you're in such an awesome place that you can do that. All right, this one, I picked a big space, and I may or may not have enough paint to finish it. Now, how dumb am I? Yeah, I will. I'll have enough. If you're ever going to do something like this and you have alcohol markers work great. This is alcohol. And I told you guys I found more alcohol markers, right? So I didn't have to order any. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I have. Oh, and I want these kind of light. So how many times I've talked myself out of buying the bright colored alcohol markers? At least 150 times. Well, thank you, Rose, but we'll see how beautiful they are when they're mixed together, because they're honestly, they're all from different projects, and I don't even remember the projects. So yeah. This is use what you've got. I'm just using up paint that was sitting in these palettes. Normally I just set them over by the sink, and then either Robert or I will go ahead and wash them up. But yeah. But this time I'm going to run the dishwasher this afternoon, so they're going directly in the dishwasher. I mean, I'll rinse them before I put them in there, but okay, right now I'm kind of doing 2 per color. Oh, now look at this. If that doesn't look like mud, all right, I know what I need to do. I have a piece of watercolor paper around here. All right, any old dumb paper will do. Ah, geez. Look at that. All right, we're going with it. We're going with. This is a size 6. Alyssa, this is probably my favorite brush that I have. I have 2 of them, a size 6 black velvet. It just seems like it's perfect for everything. Oh my gosh. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do the shadows for these, so because I won't remember which came out of which palette. That was brilliant, wasn't it? And I'm working on B watercolor paper that you can get at Walmart for no money. And this has got bits, it has turned into my go-to inexpensive watercolor paper. It does not behave exactly like the expensive, but for a watercolor paper, I can't give you too many downsides to it. All right. Ugh. There's one other color in here. I may hold off on it. Some of the, okay, now see, that's a totally granulating color. No, we're going with that. We're doing it. Doing it. We are doing that. I don't even know which paints are which. So, yeah. Don't know. Don't know. You guys want me to pull you in so you can see closer? Or are you fine where you're at? Oop. Just splash some little watercolor down over there. Isn't that the brightest thing I could do? Let's do this one. Alyssa, the black velvet brushes are a little bit pricey, but I don't even know how many years I've had these brushes, and I would say they're just like brand new, but I take really good care of them. I do take good care of the brushes. So, all right, next up, blue, some different colors of blue. All right, that one is really, really dark. Let me add some water to that. Yeah, that's really, really dark. Yeah, too dark. All right, we're going with that. This looks like an indigo. Probably, if I had to guess, these are going to be Kuretake, because I think I did use. What did I do that was blue? I did something that was all shades of blue, and it was Kuretake. So my guess is these are Kuretake paints, which I love. No downside to Kuretake. They're awesome, awesome, awesome. I honestly wish I'd bought them years ago when Dee Dee told me to. I'm trying to do like 2. I do 2. Kristen, I love that indigo blue, especially out of the Kuretake paints. I also like Payne's Gray, but this is more blue than Payne's Gray. But yeah, I do love this indigo. Looks pretty drab, huh? I do have some reds, though. And I can't tell you the names of the Kuretake except the indigo. I know one of them was Copenhagen, and I'm sure one of them was ultramarine. I don't think Kuretake had cerulean. That space there is too big, so I'm going to definitely break that one up. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the wet, hands and arms out of the wet paint. I will not succeed. Before this is done, I will stick my hand in the wet paint. You found your circus-themed agenda from 2009? Well, look at that smile on Vale's face. She is all excited because she is ready to go. All right, I don't have very much of this blue, so let's find a couple of smaller places where we can do it. And then the only left one left. Okay, let me separate those spaces on both ends. Some of the lines I will darken up. Okay, that's a little bit more manageable size, I think. All right. So this is probably the first kind of bright color that we've put down here, so I didn't necessarily want all muted, or I didn't have any idea because I didn't plan. So we'll just see how it all smushes together. It's all we can do. It's pretty though. Pretty blue. I think I could do this big space here with that color. Hope I have enough. That's the problem with not knowing, you know. Couldn't mix more if I wanted to. I'll be glad when spring gets here. I am really not a cold weather person, you guys. Like I like the sweatshirts and I like socks and I like stuff like that, but I just don't like cold. Oh, I dropped some water there. Bummer. We're just gonna let it dry. All right, done with that one. All right, where did I put the other one that I was done with? Don't know. Now this one has yellows, reds, and browns. All right, we're going. We are going. Oh, that's brown. That's not yellow. All right, hang on here. These are definitely granulating paints. Oh, now that's a really muted red. All right, let's go with that. Let's do it. And if I wanted, I probably could look back through my videos to see, or just look at recent artwork to find out which paints these are. I'm kind of glad it's not real bright. Because it's the whole thing's starting to get kind of a muted feel, so I don't want to mess with that if I could help it. Let's go here. I like that. I like that reddish brown a lot. And I have very little of the two. Well, that one's probably brown too. Well, let's see. Oh my gosh. All right. These are going to be small areas. They have to be small because I have no paint. Let's put this one here. And this one here. No plan painting. That's what this is. All right. And then, you know what? I'm going to wait on that brown because I think I've got some other colors coming up. This one has purple, turquoise. Oh, this has some crazy colors in it. Let's use them. That was the whole idea. Use up your paints. Nice muted purple. It doesn't even, not even standing out. That's okay. That's cool. What if it turns out that I just love this? I'll have to save all my dirty palettes. Or does paint lose its vibrancy when it sits around? That doesn't look or feel too out of place. Now, how the heck did I get blue in the green? How did I get that? And how am I going to fix it? Do a little erasure here, but I'm I'm not sure I'm loving the idea. It's a little scary. Okay, I just erased that. And I don't know which. Okay, this was looking in the blue. Maybe in this color. I'm going to try and eraser that a little bit. What a dumb thing. All right, now this, that looks way too dark. I have that way too thick, so let's add some water. All I did in these palettes was add like 1 drop of water. And then I thought, well, I'll add more as I go. Oh, that'll be all right. God. That's Robert's phone's going on.
Hello?
Thanks, Terry Brett. Bet you $100 it was a spam call, some dumbass. Oh, I heard about a scam, you guys. They were directing it toward Oklahoma, Arkansas, and one other state. I can't remember which. But they were saying that you will get like a package delivered to you. And there'll be like nothing in it, but it'll have a QR code so that you can go and claim whatever the package is. They said, do not scan the QR code. I've never scanned a QR code in my life, so I wouldn't even know what the hell to do with it. But anyway, don't fall for the scam, okay? I wouldn't scan a QR code. I wouldn't even know how. I don't have software on my phone to do it. I just wouldn't do it. But yeah, I always think of scams when the phone rings, because people wanting to sell you extended warranty on your car. That's probably the brightest color I've put on here yet. And the wettest. I'm going to really have to work at keeping my hand out of that. Even though these colors were not planned, I think they're actually working out okay together. You've had that one in the UK? Okay, and you heard about it in Ohio? Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, because I hadn't heard of it, but I thought, well, it's probably not something I would do anyway. Didn't alter the color at all. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's not something I would do, so I wasn't necessarily worried about myself. And Robert would immediately bring it into me and say, what am I supposed to do with this? Not kidding. Let's see how much other colors we got left. Not that I'm running out of space here, but let's see what colors we got. That's definitely a funky brown. Almost like taupe. This is kind of an orangish brown. I'm trying to think what paints these would have been. I actually like that one. Let's use that one. We're going to use this one right in here, because it looks like orange in here, but it is actually kind of a russet brown. But I like it. Don't have very much of it. This really makes me curious which projects I was working on. And this one looks like more of the indigo blue. And if it is, I'm not going to, I'll save it for last. Yeah, I think it's more of that indigo. Not surprised, since that's a color I typically would go to. This is green, blue, and brown. This one I already did. Am I running out of colors? No, here's one. Oh, and here's another one too. Lots of reds. You know what? This one I think was the Christmas ornaments. I think that's what that was. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And one of these was probably the Christmas star. You have a lot of spam calls on the phone, so now I leave it on answer phone. Yeah, see, Dorothy, that's what I would do. You know, I don't need those people consuming my time. Let's see what this color is. This one looks like a really pretty rich brown. Oh yeah, that looks like it's not Aussie gold, or is it Aussie gold? Might be Aussie gold, but we're putting this bad boy right in here. Probably my single favorite. Well, it's hard to say what my single favorite watercolor would be, but Aussie gold would be right up there for sure, along with indigo blue and Payne's gray. But if I needed a go-to color, this would be it. It's so pretty, so rich. You just want to lick it. Isn't that yummy color? I have enough that I can make this one kind of bright or darker. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Joanne. Let's do another one of these bigger spaces up here. And I'm still trying to stay out of the wet paint, so that's why I'm moving it around. And my plan, I'm not planning on doodling in these spaces at all. They're going to stay the color they are with just a highlight, which is fine because I only have about an hour left to go. And I was going to put lettering. I've already picked out a quote, and I was going to do the lettering. I may or may not get it done. In fact, so that it's good and dry, I probably ought to do the color in the center. What color do I want in the center? You know what? Maybe, because I do love this color so much, I think I will put this color in there. And I goobered a little bit of green on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Do I have enough, though? Well, we are going to find out. And then I was planning on doing like smaller rocks around the edge of this, drawing them in. Oh, you guys, I'm not going to have enough paint. I'm going to have to find out which paint this is. But if I had to guess, it's going to be the Aussie gold. I'm going to try and spread it as far as I can, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have enough. But I want it to be able to dry real good so I can put the lettering on it. All right, I'm going to have to pull out. My guess is it's going to be in the Daniel Smith. You know what? We're going to do two-tone. How about that? We're going to let them mix about halfway. That's how we're going to solve that little problem. See, I have a little drop of paint right up there. that I might be able to scrounge enough out of. Wow, what a save. And it's not going to probably be that noticeable because there'll be lettering on top of it. So what a save, what a save. Hey, Sharon. From Random Colors, right? Just whatever happens, happens. All right, I'm going to pick one of these reds. Let's do this one. It looks a little bit deeper. Yes, probably light enough. All right, we're going with this right in here. If one of these colors comes up and bites me in the butt, and I just look at it and go, oh man, I wish you hadn't done that, it might be the reds. We're going to find out. I just don't want them to look so out of place with all the muted colors around them, but this was the plan, like it or not. Yeah, that center, that was a total save, man. Yeah, the two-tone, it worked out okay, Linda, so I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Do a little bit brighter down next to this gray. Let's look at this dark green over here. Yikes, that is very dark. Let's see. Let's go with it. We can do a couple of small spaces with it. I don't have much paint. And do I have another small space somewhere? Let's do this one here. Yeah, this is the one. Looks like there's a hair in that. I don't have a cat anymore, though. Used to be every time I watercolored, I'd have to dig out cat hairs. Yeah, that red, that was a nice red. And I don't even know which paints these are from, but I'm guessing because of that Aussie Gold that these were either Daniel Smith or M. Graham's, if I had to guess. And I have a black on here, which I have no clue what I would have used black for, but here we are. All right, I should have kept the ones I've done and the ones I haven't done separate. Huh? Oh, that one looks boring as anything. All right, I might have to go back and start using some of these 2 times. Ooh, look at this. Pinks and reds. Let's see what these come out to. Oh, like a magenta. Let's do a magenta corner. Jump right in there, girl. Don't be afraid. Don't be a fearing. That's bright. But keep in mind, these will all dry lighter than they go down. So, yeah. Let's go to the other edge. Put a bright one up here. We're going to go right here in this big old spot and hope we have enough paint. Living dangerously. Look how much paint I have left. Almost none. Hope my brush stored up some. I'm going to really be digging to the bottom. Got her done. I'm going to see what this red was. Now this looks like a bright, bright, permanent Christmas red. Yeah, that one, I'm going to leave that one off. That is just, that's unacceptable. Nobody said I had to use them, and I can change the rules if I want, because I am the rule maker. Let's see what else we got. I used that one. I know I used that one. I know I used that one, that one. All right, now we're going to go back and do seconds of the ones that we still have colors for, I guess, because I think I've used them all. And that's cool. I don't care. But now I don't remember which. All right, we're just going. This one I think is that color, which I like. So it looks like I'm going to be able to use up most of my paints. All right, and then it's again up there. So I think I'll do down here. Because really at this point it's just using up what I have. That's like that taupe color. Let's put it up here at the top. How did I get my fingers in that? Boy, am I dumb. I'm going to go down over that one down there. All right. I don't think I can't identify which one that is. So, all right, I know what I'm going to do. Because see how I got that mess in it? I don't like that mess in it. So I think I'm going to just go over it with this. It's really dark. That's okay. The highlight will really stand out on it. But I'd rather do that than look at that place that I hate. Because there's one on that green there too. Because I can't keep my fat hands out of the wet paint. Definitely different colors than I would normally use. Hi, Brenda. Did you get any sleep, Brenda? Bye, Chris. Did I say hi, Flo? Hi, Flo. All right, where's the blue? I think, all right, I don't think there's anything wet there that I'm getting ready to put that on. I'm going to water this down. I've got quite a bit of this color. I'm going to go ahead and do this whole great big space. Must be warming up outside because it's getting a little warmer in here. You know it's warm if Robert Vaughn is hanging out indoors. Or you know it's cold. Did I say you know it's warm? You know it's cold. He's not a cold weather person either. I think it's going to be a long January and February, you guys. All right, now I have to find enough paint for just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. We can certainly do that. Let's do this darker green. Here. It feels fairly balanced to me, which is very cool. I am going to, now I'm looking at it in the camera, seeing where the different colors are laying. And I can, okay, Flo, well, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and add like these 2 little spaces in here. I'm going to use a little bit of this bright red. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and repeat that down here. There is a hair floating around somewhere. Oh, that one's going to mix. Oh, well. That'll be okay. I wish I had. The one color I don't have any of, which is really surprising to me, is there are no shades of yellow. That's probably as close as I can come to yellow, which I find very odd. Like that, other than the blue, I've used that up completely. There's that light green, which I'm not a huge fan. I don't think I used any of those, did I? Let's go ahead. Oh, yes, I did. And now I've watered it down further, which will probably not make it. Yeah, I don't think I want to use that. Okay. So I can start stacking these up as I decide I'm not going to use any more of the colors. I'm going to do another blue one. Let's use this blue here. That is really surprising. No yellow. I think we'll put blue up here as well. I'd say I did pretty good using up my paints. I only got that little space and around the border left. I think I've just decided what I'm going to do there. Oh, I want some more light blue, and I don't have any. There's no blue left. All right, we're going to try this. We're going to use all the blues. Oh, it looks dirty, dirty. We may not do this. Where's my little paper? All right. You know you are scraping the bottom of the barrel. All right, and I have a bunch of this left, which is a color I like. And since that's kind of a brownish, I think I'm going to do all the rocks around it in this dark blue, and I'll cut them up later. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, Devin, but thanks. I thought about mixing some of them, but it's just like, oh my God, look at that. That needs to just go get cleaned. That's nasty. That just needs to go get cleaned. So I'll be happy when they're all cleaned and put back where they belong. And all right. That's the only place that still is going to be wet to the touch. So what the heck? Oh, that's my mild liner for when we were doing scavenger hunt. Where's my, there it is. All right, I'm going to randomly cut the border up into somewhat reasonable sizes.
Not too bad outside.
Robert said it's not too bad outside, which means I was feeling the warmer in here. So I wasn't wrong. Doing this more like mosaic, where they don't all have to be the same size. That mosaic drawing I did was really fun. I should do that again. I really like that. And I'm not going to round these corners. I may round them later, but for right now, I'm not going to. I may not need to by the time I add the shading and the highlight. Okay, so that's going to end up being like this color. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I think. All right. The reason I drew the lines with the permanent marker before I added the watercolor is because those pens do absorb the watercolor pigment, and it makes it, you have to scribble them off to get them to write good again. So I try and prevent that if I can. Now I have to be thinking about how do I want to do the shading. I can't go back and use the same colors again, obviously, right? So I'm wondering if I should just use this kind of darkish gray, because when this dries, it will look more gray than blue. I'm kind of thinking about just going back and using this on all the colors. Somebody give me some free advice and see what you think about that. The other thing I could do is get out a Prismacolor, which I don't mind doing. Maybe a dark gray or something. But I'm thinking this might work just fine. Well, on that, yeah, as long as I'm consistent, it should be okay. I'll check chat here in just a second, and you guys can give me all the free advice you can. You guys are asleep. Who's asleep? Wake up. Okay. You guys are asleep. I think you're right, CB. I think they're all asleep. Well, it is a pot of navy beans that boil over while you're watching. Oh, no, CB. Oh, that is a mess. And it does stink. I'm sorry, CB. All right, okay. I'm going to leave this right here. And I'm going to take the white pen. Oh, my God, I got water on that again. Where's water coming from around here? All right, I'm going to get out the cool pen that Dee Dee turned me on to. This pigment ink pen, and I don't have the name of it. This is a bad boy pen, I'm telling you. And see on here where I've kind of kept all the highlights on one side, like the light's hitting from this edge and it's casting a shadow this way. I need to do that on this now. And it doesn't matter at this point until I do the lettering, which is the top or the bottom, because actually the way I've got the lettering laid out, this would be the top. So let's go with that. And then I'll do the shading after that. How about that? So let's see how good I do with the highlighting. And I'll get a piece of black paper or something to use with the pen. But this pen, as a rule, has not skipped or anything. When you get it out to write with it, it writes. So let's... Look, I just put my hand in the wet paint there. You go, girl. All right, I gotta move this. It's messing with me. Okay, after you've kind of gotten your highlights determined, you know where they're going to be. The shadow becomes very easy. It's just going to be at the opposite side, and then the shape of whatever's above it, right? See how this pen just writes and writes? So awesome. What the heck? Somebody's screeching down the road. You don't hear that around here. Oh, some of these though, darn it. Okay, too late now. I was gonna do the shadow on the other side and show you guys how you could make it recede, but I forgot. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Save that for another day. Yeah, Dee Dee, the other kids were coming, so her and Denise, either the kids got there early or they maybe went and did something. Dee Dee knows she doesn't have to stay, especially when the kids are around. You got to take advantage of those times, you know? You don't get to see them all the time. But after the first of the year, Courtney will be here. So she'll be streaming with me. She doesn't really have a choice. I'm going to make her. So, yeah. So Courtney will be streaming with me. I'll have to figure out something fun that she wants to do. I think she likes streaming, though. If she doesn't, I won't make her do it, but her life will be sheer hell if she doesn't. So, if she doesn't want a life of sheer hell, she'll probably go along with me. You know, CB, I don't know either. It starts with a Q. Let me go see if I can find it. Because I just ordered it for Dee Dee a couple weeks ago, so it should be in my orders. Let me see here. Oh, why do I have to sign in every time? They want me to create something different, and I don't really want to do it. What's wrong with the way I've been doing it all along? Damn it. Okay, I got it for you, CB. Well, there I am. Okay. Here's the white pens. Oh, come on. Work with me here. And I'm pretty sure I can put links in chat. So somebody check that link and see if it works. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me, CB. All right. I think I got all the highlights. And I may want to make them bigger. I don't know. Let's try a couple of shadows and see how that's going to work. I'll do this red up here since it bled anyway. And look at, I don't have all that much blue left. Of course, I'm not going to be painting that big a space, so I'll water it down a little bit. Yeah, let's see how that works. Okay, thank you, Kat. Thanks, CB. Hi, Ray. I don't think I saw you come in. Thanks for hanging with us. left a little bit of a watermark there, but if that's the worst thing I do today, I'm going to be really, really happy. You think this color's working for the shading, or should I get out a Prismacolor? I kind of think it's working okay looking in the camera. Or does it need to be darker? Aren't they, Starla? The white is absolutely amazing. I didn't know they made gold and silver. Oh, why did you have to tell? Well, whatever. I'll just say Merry Christmas, you, and order away. I did order myself a, oh, you guys, I broke my slow cooker that I've had, I don't know, probably 30 years or more. I mean, I honestly, I've had that thing forever. But the thing is, I loved it. I loved my slow cooker. It was, it had its own hot plate and really easy to manage and clean and everything. And so um, it had a glass lid, and I knocked the glass lid off and broke the glass lid. And I thought, okay, I'll just go look for a new lid. Well, it's 40, 50 years old. There's like no buying a lid for that. So I thought, okay. So I went on the search, and you guys know I'm a huge made in America freak. So I went in search of slow cooker made in the USA. I kind of knew I was on drugs when I thought I was going to find that, but I just thought, oh, I'm going to search anyway. Well, there is no such thing as a coffee pot or a slow cooker or anything anymore made in the USA. And I shopped for like weeks and weeks. I haven't had a slow cooker for probably over a month now. But anyway, beside the point. I went ahead and ordered, I think it was a West Bend, 6-quart, because I couldn't remember what size mine was. But I thought, well, 6-quart, because sometimes I cook for big crowds. And so, I probably need a decent size slow cooker. So I went ahead this week because I was thinking, well, I might need it for Christmas Eve. I'll go ahead and order it. So I ordered this slow cooker, and it wasn't horribly expensive. 6-quart slow cooker that the whole thing comes out of its heating element, right? And it was shoved in its box with styrofoam packed all around it, right? So I had Robert hold the box, and I was pulling the guts out. Well, it came out, and the the glass lid, or the crock that the food actually sits in, fell and smushed my toe. Oh my God. This thing is so huge, you guys. Oh, I'm like, what? What did I do? But I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it. But God, I wish I could find a slow cooker like my old one. They just don't make them anymore. Well, I did find some. But one, they're old. I mean, you're buying a used electric, pot, and they were outrageously expensive. So apparently people really like them because you can buy them used to this very day. But yeah, I just cried and took it to the dump, threw it away and dump. That's it. I'm done. I'm crying now. But I smushed my toe on this new slow cooker, which I already don't like because it's not my old one, you know? It was like one of those throbbing hurts. But then I slept that night and forgot about it, and it hasn't hurt a bit. But oh yeah, that day it was a throbbing, throbbing, throbbing hurt. And I thought, well, I already don't like it. Now I'm going to hate it forever because it broke my toe. Poor Pan. And then it was so much bigger than the one I had before that I had to redo my entire cupboard so it could have a place to live. Ugh, like, yeah. Something so simple as a slow cooker can ruin your whole damn life. All right, I'm liking the shading okay. It's not that dramatic. And you know what? I think I want some more white up there on that one. I about cried the day I broke my other one. And it was probably a name brand that you couldn't even buy anymore. I just wish we made crap in America. And the shading on this can all be different because if these are stones, which was my intent to make them look like stones, they're all going to be shaped different. So they wouldn't have the same depth of shadow anyway, you know? Yeah, my toe's it's gonna be okay. Put it on the back of the toilet. Hi, Colleen. Oh my God, that's hysterical, Colleen. Dee Dee thinks I should store the color cubes on the back of my toilet. Oh my God. Yeah, and then every time anybody ever went in the bathroom, they could just knock it off and break it on the tile floor, right? Oh my God, that's hysterical, Colleen. Yeah, just put it on the back of the toilet. I couldn't believe when Dee Dee said that day. You could store it on the back of the toilet. Can't do that. That's where I hide the dead bodies. Oh, I hope I have enough paint. I don't know if I do or not. We'll do our best. At least this color, I think I could make some more. But I wanted to get some of the lettering done anyway. But if I don't, oh well. Not the end of the world. The thing about the shadows too is just make them very smooth. Shadows don't have too much angle, you know? You're still using your avocado green Tupperware canisters. Talk about old. I have some of those, CB. I saw a thing the other day that said, like, do you know what these are, or do you know what this is? And it was all stuff that I either grew up with or bought when I moved out of my mother's house. And I thought, you know what? I hate all you people who come up with these things. Do you know what this is? One of them was, and this was when I was a kid, but a cap gun. They showed a roll of caps that you used in a cap gun. And so I immediately go read the comments for almost everything. And the one thing everybody said, and I thought the same thing, was, I can still smell it. And I thought that's so true. Like if you ever used a cap gun and put a roll of those caps in there, that smell stays with you forever and ever. Amen. But I'm thinking, of course, Tupperware has changed, but they still sell Tupperware, don't they? I think they do. I heard something the other day that went out of business, and I thought, oh, how in the world did that happen? something that was just a staple in our lives, but apparently younger people just aren't. But what was it? Wish I could remember, because I never thought that would go out of business. But even Schwann's, I'm surprised Schwann's went out of it. Okay, Amazon sells Tupperware. Yeah, you never forget that smell, right, Terry Brett? You never forget the smell. And it's a good smell from your childhood. Kids today are really missing out. They don't have the fun stuff we had. Because parents didn't teach them not to kill each other with it. Didn't matter if you kind of hurt your neighbor or maimed them a little bit, but I guess they took them away from us because we didn't act responsibly. But then I think back to, remember when we all had yard darts that we would throw? In this day and age, that would never, ever, ever fly. Like, they would never let you throw a yard dart. What the hell? So that's pretty funny. Okay, that one's done. I'm afraid I may have to mix some more paint, which is fine. I don't really care. But I've got so few left to do. I'm just thinking, oh, if I could just get to the end here. Is it looking 3D? I'll look here in a minute. Put it on the back of the toilet. That's hysterical, Colleen. I'll ask Dee Dee later when I talk to her if she left early and if she heard you say that. Oh, look, there's only like 3 or 4 left. Let's see if this one's... I think I got them all. Thanks, Starla. All right, I'll look at it. Okay, yeah, I can see the dimension now. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very cool. Some of them I think I need to be a little bit darker because of the color of the stone, but yeah, it's maybe the shape on some of them needs to change a little bit. But yeah, that's cool. It worked out okay. You can also use 2 colors on the shadow. Okay, oh, that one's, I've got, I want to show you guys. Well, I can do it on this bottom one. Let's just, what can I really wreck? Okay, well, you'll see it in your mind. Maybe. Playing with shadows is way fun. But see how just adding that little bit of shadow makes those look like they're indented, like this is sitting on top of them. Did you get the green in the top right corner? Top right. Oh, I didn't, Terry. Thank you. I need to scrounge some more blue out of here, man. I am scraping the bottom of the barrel. I do have, let me see if one of these. All right. I'll just use this. I think it is actually the same color. It's going to be a little bit darker, but it's fine. And I don't know that I did this gray one either. Or that pink one. What, I just missed the whole section here. Must have been running off at the mouth. I'm going to go ahead and try it on this one. Yeah, but just remember, you can reseed anything. Makes a big difference, right? All right, you guys check me carefully and see if I've missed anything else. I'm just looking on screen. Sometimes you can see stuff on screen way better than you can see it as you're sitting here looking. Okay. Let me see. This rock, surprisingly, and it's got to be the darkness of the paint, looks like it barely had a shadow. And I may get out some Prismacolor and darken them up a little bit, depending. But you get the idea of what I wanted it to look like. Okay. I'm not going to make you agonize and watch me do the lettering, but this is what I chose. Where did I put it? Okay, this is the stencil I chose for the lettering. Oh, and I haven't shaded that around there, but I will. It's not wet, so I can go ahead and let me see, maybe that, you know what, I'm going to have to test this before I do it. And it's funny that this is the quote, and maybe it was just rolling around in the back of my head after our discussion earlier about being alone on Christmas. But the quote that I chose, all right, I think this is going to work fine. We'll see how it does on the watercolor. But the quote that I chose is, "Everything changes, even stone." It is a great way to use up leftover paint, right? Because it turned out way better. And what really kind of surprises me, to be honest, is that all the colors were so muted. Do I do muted stuff all the time? Do I never use a bright color? It's lovely. Thank you, Starla. But isn't that a good quote? Everything changes, even stone. Because it's so true. You know, under a river, a stone will wash away, given enough time. So that's the quote that I'm going to use. And I love these lettering stencils. Love them. Let's see how this works on the watercolor. Sometimes it will feather on the edges, and I absolutely despise that. So we'll see if that happens. And I don't care if these stencils get stained. If they do, I can always take some alcohol and clean them, but I probably won't. Okay. It's not snarky. No, but when I was looking, I was actually looking for quotes that had to do with stone, because when I decided that this is what I wanted to do, I wanted it to look like stones. You know what I really like about it, looking at it in the camera, is like this stone right here. I mean, it probably would never happen in nature, but maybe it looks like it was just made that way. But then it looks like stones around it, you know? That looks weird. Yeah, everything changes, including stone. Look at the Grand Canyon. Water washed away all that rock. You guys think I'm always snarky. I mostly am. And you can buy these smaller lettering stencils on Amazon for like no money. And I've collected lettering stencils since I was just a kid. And if you get in the notebook where I keep them all, the bigger ones, not these, but the bigger ones, I used to write on them, Janet Halverson, on all of them, like somebody was going to steal them from me. My brothers would have, but they didn't like that. But if it was something they knew I loved, they would steal it and wreck it. But there is no truer thing. Everything changes. Kind of cracks me up when people say, oh, I can hardly wait for things to get back to normal. And I say it myself. You know, like, oh, I want everything to get back to normal. It'll happen after Christmas. It'll happen here. It'll happen there. Truth is, normal is a myth. I don't think there is really anything that's normal. There is comfort and discomfort. And that's about it. But the normal, it's momentary. It ain't gonna last. Everything changes, which is a good thing. It's kind of how we grow, learning to adapt. And I'd like to say that most change makes you better. Yeah, familiarity. But I think it can make you better if you allow it to. But sometimes people let change unseat them. I always hate when the stream is ending, because it means that I have to figure out something to cook and start cooking. Ugh. But after giving you guys a lecture, I need to stop and say, but aren't you lucky that you have the food in the fridge, the stove, the wherewithal to go ahead and cook yourself a meal? There may come a day when cooking your own meal is more than you can ask for. So I will thankfully cook Robert and I some delicious, or at least edible, food. How about that? These pens are very useful, you guys. And I didn't want a fancy typeface. I wanted it just kind of rounded. I thought it would fit in better with the rocks. First thing I'll do after Christmas is get that scabby list finalized. Count your blessings. You have to go to Costco. I have mixed feelings about Costco and Sam's Club because I know when I go in, I'm going to spend a ton of money. Hey, Ruth Edwards. Glad to see you. I know I'm going to spend a ton of stuff, but then I'm going to be so happy when I get home because I'm going to have so much junk. Robert and I went to Sam's Club. What was it last? I don't remember what day it was. Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday, I think. Yeah, because then I got goofed up in my head and thought it was Friday. But anyway, if you've ever gone into Sam's Club, and I know a lot of you, it's a membership club, so a lot of you may not have been in there, but they have a bakery back near the produce. It's a bakery, and you can get rotisserie chickens. And when we went there the other day, they had ribs, and I love Sam's Club ribs. They're so good, but you don't get them. But we'd gotten up early and gone, and so they had the ribs. So I was like, rotisserie chicken, ribs. And in the freezer department, they have rotisserie chicken enchiladas that are delicious. I always buy me some and my neighbor some. I came home, and what was really funny is when I was checking out, there was an old couple in front of me and Robert, and we're an old couple. And they had almost the exact same stuff we had. And it was just, I was laughing with the guy saying, yeah, she's not cooking this weekend either, is she? He said, nope. He said, but we'll be eating good. I said, same here, dude. So, but yeah, if you ever see the ribs at Sam's Club, buy them and eat them. You can thank me later. I could show you tons of yummy stuff to buy at Sam's Club. And you're right, you know, a lot of stuff you can't buy because it's just, the volume is ridiculous. But most of the stuff keeps pretty good. Yeah, I love Sam's Club. Well, it's love-hate, believe me. Because they always have stuff that I have no need for, but I freaking can't live without. But you know what I'm going to say for Sam's Club? It's nerve-wracking at Costco. Nah, just buy it. That's not nerve-wracking. Just buy it. What was I going to say? Oh, whoever the dumbass that runs Sam's Club book department, they have absolutely ruined that. And maybe they just figured out that people aren't buying books anymore, stuff. But the thing I loved best about Sam's Club was the book department. You could always get, you know, like the new releases, and they always had inspirational stuff. And I would invariably buy something in the book department. And whoever took over the book department has ruined it. Fire them. Okay, I'm glad I got that off my chest. because all they did with the space was put in, I think, more clothes. And I mean, I've bought myself some sweatpants there that I loved a lot. Now I can't find them, but I can find them in my house, but I can't find more to buy them. But yeah, they didn't even put in anything good. Big rack of batteries and clothes. My daughter buys the Sam's membership and puts me on her card, and I buy the Costco membership. See, that's a good way to do it, Ruth. Really good. Everything where's the G? Everything changes. I had Costco when I lived in Denver or Boulder. I think Costco is more individual consumer friendly, and Sam's Club is more business friendly, is the way I would look at the two. I like both of them, but if I had my choice, I would prefer Costco. Sam's Club is definitely more geared toward business. And then they kind of smooshed in all the individual consumer stuff. But I still love Sam's. And I don't even know. There was a time that I had checked whether or not my membership was even paying off. And finally I thought, what the hell do you care? You're going to go there. You're going to spend money there. Who cares? Just can't take away everything you like. Robert's daughter went up the ladder at Sam's Club. So we had always had a employee. She bought us our Sam's membership through the company. So for a lot of years, I didn't even know how much the membership was. Now I pay it myself. And I'll continue paying it. I don't care. For the ribs alone. And I will say, Sam's Club produce is better than Walmart's by 1,000. To get produce out here is so hard, you guys. I just have a horrible time getting good produce. So I'm always thankful when I can go to Sam's or even just Joplin. They have a green grocers there where you can get some pretty decent stuff, but produce is a pain in my butt. But they have the best avocados. I don't know who they have a contract with, but Sam's Club has really good avocados too. Okay, my time is almost up. If I'd have just quit running off at the mouth and kept busy, I probably could have gotten this done. I'll finish even, but I'm going to go ahead. The rest of the quote is, everything changes, even stone. And the only reason I picked that quote is because of this stone background. But it's a quote for a reason, you know? One in. Fill in these. Make it look like actual letters. Well, this was kind of a fun way to use up my paint. And hopefully you learned something, or at least had fun talking in chat with the other fibs. I goofed up that V. I'll fix it. So before I clean up this mess around here, I will go ahead and finish putting stone in there. I would be so spelling that wrong if I were doing it. Yeah, Costco used to have great produce there too. Okay, you guys, here's a hack. I don't buy a lot of produce. Like tomatoes usually will keep pretty good. Avocados, I saw a thing that says put your avocados in a dish with cold water and store them in the refrigerator, and they'll last like 10 times as long. And it's true, you guys. I told Dee Dee about it too. Put your avocados in a bowl in cold water and they'll last. You can use them all. What else? Their salad, I can usually use up all their salad, and their fruits. Yeah. So thank you, Terry Brett. Thank you, Starla. Merry Christmas. Oh, that's what I was going to do for you guys. All right, one last look. There might be a little bit of changes, but I probably will take a photograph of this because I do like the way it turned out. There you go, you guys. So go have fun with your families. Say your prayers. Yeah, just go be a good human if you can. I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest. But do enjoy your holidays, whatever you celebrate. Do enjoy it. Spend time with the people who love you and who you love. And I'll see you Wednesday morning over at Dee Dee's. She'll be streaming, but I'll be there. And thanks for hanging with me today. And we're going to start moving toward the new year, right? All right, you guys. Love you. Be kind. See you later. Bye.